Hornets in a fine Western Conference battle here at the New Orleans Arena. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Going to bring you the NBA right here on 2K Sports. And brought to you by State Farm. Here's a quick look at our starting lineups. And, guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Dwight Howard in this one?
Yeah, probably the most dominant defensive presence in the league today. Actually, there's no question about it. He is. Covers so much ground. He's big. He can jump. He anticipates. He just changes the entire team's defensive outlook when he's on the floor.
Yeah, steals, rebounds, and most dramatically blocks shots. He brings an athleticism, does Howard, to the center position we've not seen in a long time.
And look at the Lakers. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
You know, right now for the Lakers, they've struggled to get back to the form they had last year. I think it's beginning to take a toll on them.
I agree. And sometimes, when you're a top team one year, the next year you come back, everybody's got a target on you. They can't wait to play it. I think that's what's happened with this club. I mean, they have not handled the expectations very well.
Here is Vasquez. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Feeds to Gordon. Launches it. Rebound the Lakers. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And Kevin, what I like most about that win was their offensive creativity. They had a really varied approach to the game, and it worked well.
And they sure did shoot the ball well too, Steve, and that never hurts. And Monty Williams, a former first-round pick of Notre Dame, out of Notre Dame, played 9 seasons in the NBA. And I know that playing experience is clearly an asset for a head coach.
Now, here's Aminu. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Gets the bucket. Lopez has got his first 2 points.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
And Doris Burke spoke with Mike D'Antoni. Doris?
Guys, no question, his focus in preparing for this game is trying to find a way to overcome very solid defensively. He said it won't be easy, but at the same time, this is why we play the game, to go up against great competition and see where we stand when the final buzzer sounds. Kevin, we will see as well.
Hey, Doris, thanks. Steve, Clark, how do you best throw a defense like this off balance to enable your scorers to get comfortable?
I think the key is you need motion. You can't get too stagnant offensively when you're going one-on-one. Activate the offense with ball and player movement.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then the other part of that, too, to me, Steve, is you got to be ready to take good shots whenever they come available.
The Hornets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And going back to Coach Monty Williams, Steve, do you think having been a player really helps a coach?
I think so, Kevin. Players automatically respect somebody, who has been in their shoes, who understands what the NBA is all about. But that respect will go away if they don't believe in the coach and his work ethic and his intelligence. And the good thing about Monty Williams, not only did he play, but he's a really bright guy who the players will pick up on right away for being really sharp and with him.
First quarter basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
From outside the arc, and Kobe the bucket with the assist by Nash. And that's now 6 points for Kobe Bryant.
Guys, every year they take a survey of NBA GMs, and one of the questions last year was who's the toughest player in the league. Kobe Bryant got the most votes, and it wasn't even close.
Here is Vasquez, averaging 14 points a game. And it's sent back by Howard. They get it back. That one's off, still out of sync. Lakers leading by 6. Outside, Kobe. For the 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. Going back to Kobe Bryant and his toughness. He plays through injuries and other players, it seems like, succumb to.
Yeah, broken fingers, and he had a torn ligament in his wrist last season on the shooting hand, no less. He found a way to play through it. He's got a strong will to play.
And Nash, here we go. Outside for world peace. The 3 is launched. No luck. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And they drew so many fouls in that game, guys. That was one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Yeah, guys, to me, that was just a case of lack of discipline on the other side. I can't say any more than that on it.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Lopez. Anderson comes in for Davis. And Thomas subbed in for Alfred Camino. And it's Smith missing.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane. You know, the question in the last few years in New Orleans is, would the Hornets be able to stay just from a financial standpoint, or would they leave and move to a new city? But that question was answered last year when they signed a new lease, the Hornets did, with the city of New Orleans to stay through the year 2024.
And again, no good by New Orleans. And here are the Lakers. They've got a 13-2 run goal. Nash outside. Pass to Kobe. On the wing. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. And that's 11 points for Kobe Bryant. And just signing that lease, Steve, as you mentioned, really a big commitment to the city. 2024. That's amazing. And Clark, it really helps reaffirm the bond between the team and certainly the city.
Exactly. It can be hard to grow attached to a team. You know, so much of a fan's attachment is emotional, but you need to know how long they're going to be around. And that was really good news for Hornets fans when they signed that lease.
Here's Anderson. Hammers it home.
That's the way to do it. Doing his high flyer impersonation. Just powered it down over the defender.
I'm not sure we knew that he had it in him. What a sensational slam.
Yeah, where did that come from, guys?
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Davis has checked in for Jason Smith. Aminu comes in for Thomas. Roger Mason has checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Vasquez. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Sacre, who's checked in for Howard. Jamison comes in for Eric. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Meta World Peace. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Steve Nash. Here is Mason, averaging 6 points per contest. No good on the triple. Lakers leading by 8. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Kobe kicks to Jamison. There's the triple. It's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Jamison's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Clark, they've been looking at a simple offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Mason kicks to Anderson. He kicks it to Mason. Shoots it. And again, no good by New Orleans.
It's clear they had one thing on their mind when they came out of the gate today. Rebound.
Yeah, they've opened up the game with a pretty good margin in that area. Great sign for this club.
Jamison kicks to Blake. Beyond the arc. Shot misses. The Hornets trail by 11. He dishes it to Mercer. This one for 3.
Hasn't been the hot start he's wanted here. I mean, he's got a few to fall, but doesn't seem on target most of the time he fired.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Jamison dishes to Kobe. The Hornets pull it in. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Looking back at that last game between these two teams, they lost the game. I thought the difference was that they were badly out-rebounded inside. And it's so tough to win a game when you can't secure that ball.
Mason against Kobe. Outside, Jamison lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Roger Mason.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And Clark, talking about rebound, I'm sure that this team has been reminded of that by the coaching staff.
Without question. And you can't be surprised to see them really crash the board in this one. They needed to get some second chance points, and their defense needed to limit the offensive rebounds at the other end. Definitely that was a focus for them, controlling and handling both backboards.
Here's Jamison. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Lakers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season.
And he makes the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Jamison hits them both. 7 seconds left in the first. Here's Gordon. There's the bucket. Good. Gordon's got his first points of the game.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy two.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Lakers lead by 6. From the New Orleans Arena. Back in a moment. Paul George and the Indiana Pacers take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade. Who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Devin Ebanks is out there with Antawn Jamison. Then it's Nash. Then there's Howard. And it's Clark in at the point guard. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Kobe's checked in for Earl Clark.
Let's look at where the Hornets sit statistically in the NBA right now. 6th in three-point field goal percentage. 7th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
Yeah, this is a team that shoots the ball well, and I think the key is their accuracy from the three-point line. You look at that number in the top 10, as you talked about, Clark. You know, they've leaned on this of late particularly. I think their success from the three-point line has really allowed their offense to open up and become more balanced.
Nash gets a screen from Howard. Back to Kobe. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And let's go quickly to the 2K leaderboard and see the ratings of the best passing two guards in basketball. Third is Kobe Bryant.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. They can really all create their own shot, but they're supposed to see it as well.
You know, I enjoy seeing that mindset in the shooting guard where basically he's saying, I'm going to attack at all times, but if it's not there for me, I can drop a dime on you just as easy. I don't think it's possible to make a better pass than that, guys.
And he finished so well, Clark, too. Not too shabby on that jam.
Not bad at all.
And it takes perfect timing to pull off that alley-oop, but these two guys seem to have that synergy between each other.
Jamison with a screen on Mason. Kobe kicks to Howard. And Al Farouk Aminu gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Kobe sets the pick for Nash. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Guarded by Mason. Kobe passes to Ebanks. And that one's good. Ebanks got his first 2 points of the night.
That's right where they wanted to go with the ball on that possession.
Davis with a screen on Nash. They set the screen. Vasquez dishes to Smith. Vasquez guarded by Kobe. Can't get it to go.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance. Rivas Vasquez, the first Venezuelan player ever drafted into the NBA. Late first-round pick out of the University of Maryland.
Takes it to Smith. That falls. 26 by Vasquez. Timeout called the Lakers. And Vasquez, a feisty combo guard, and Stephen's shot in college. Great passion for the game.
Yeah, he loves to play, Kevin. He comes out with a ton of energy. And what I like about him is he's got great size for a point guard, almost 6'6", and a real playmaker, a guy who thinks pass before shot.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Robin Lopez is checked in for Jason Smith. Gordon comes in for Roger Mason. And it's Rivers in for Vasquez.
He had no luck from the three-point line earlier, so maybe this one would give him some momentum.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, we'll see what happens here. You got to be aware that's your second foul. The question is, do you keep him on the floor or not?
Kobe with the steal. And now here comes Kobe, leading the break. That's good from Nash on the assist from Kobe. Kobe's got 5 assists in the game.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
Rivers kicks to Gordon. Over Howard. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
That's 4 of their last 5 buckets now coming in the paint area.
They're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intention.
No good from Howard.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime.
Rivers passes to Lopez. Gets it to go. Now it's just a 4-point Laker lead.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want to shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside. Well, the thing that comes to mind to me is how effective he is around the rim. You can finish with either hand and finish strong.
And Steve, he's a player that's extremely hard to cool off. I mean, he picks up right where he left off after every break in the action, it seems. Timeout, halftime, it doesn't matter. When he's hot, he stays hot.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Jamison misses the 3. Well, Hornets trail by 4. To the inside. Gordon takes to Rivers. Back to Gordon. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. They've led by as many as 11 points.
I don't like his body language, guys, right now. He looks like he's completely out of rhythm.
Kobe, that's for 2. Misses the jumper.
That's the shot he was looking for. I'm surprised he didn't get it to fall.
Rivers against Kobe. Left side, Gordon. Over Howard. And Davis punch it down.
There he goes again, that lower body root canal, clearing out space under the offensive glass.
Yeah, that is an area he absolutely excels in. Dentistry or not.
Does he need Novocaine for that?
Off the screen. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Nash. Nash has got 3 assists tonight.
Great screen there. It sprung him open, and he took advantage.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Lopez. Anderson comes in for Davis. Thomas checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Vasquez in for Rivers. Now the dish to Vasquez. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And now running it up the court. Blake pushing it all the way. And that one's good. And it's a 6-point Laker lead. The Hornets have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. They set the pick. He feeds it to Gordon. There's the pass to Thomas. From 13, the rebound by Sacre. LA's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Passes it to Blake. World peace on the wing. Down low. Duhan. Stolen by Thomas. Here is Vasquez. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Gordon up on top. Dishes it to Thomas. The shot is off. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Here's Duhan. A 3-pointer is right on target. Duhan's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, they're not afraid to just let it fly from here. They didn't have as much success in the first quarter, but with this lead, they're looking to extend it with the 3-point shot.
Outside Gordon. He passes it to Vasquez. Back to Gordon. Looking to end the run. But they will cover it. And it's Smith missing. Lakers lead by 9. The feed to Duhan. He set the pick. Over Smith. Duhan's shot is off.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
James Anderson, he's coming off a 19-point game against Detroit.
And a phenomenal showing on the boards. His rebounding was a huge factor.
Feeds to Meeks. He kicks it to Blake. From past the arc. And New Orleans will take it the other way. World peace, good. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here is Vasquez, guarded by Blake. Gordon dishes to Thomas. Back to Gordon. A three. That's good. Gordon's got 7. 17 seconds left here in the second. Blake kicks to second. He dishes it to Blake. From deep. That's good.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Gordon kicks to Anderson. Takes a three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that concludes the first half. Lakers on top. They're up by 11.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports. I hope your week is off. For the Raptors, they'll be up against the Warriors.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. 15 points, and he's been successful twice from three-point range today.
And he'd love to make a couple more of them, too, I'm sure. It makes things so much easier for him inside when he's out beyond the arc knocking down shots.
Vasquez is in at the one with Gordon at the two. Anthony Davis is out there with the Minu, and it's Lopez in at the center position. That's the five to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
Well, he wasn't going to miss that. I mean, they were way too late to get to it out there.
Kobe gets a straight foul. Kobe and Tishman. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
You know, I heard an interview with Kobe. They asked him when he knew he was special at basketball. And he said he scored 60 points in a game back when he was 6 years old. 60.
The free throw drops for Kobe. And Steve, Kobe obsessive about the game at a young age. Even at 6 years of age, he was already focused on developing his left hand. You know, his dad played in the NBA for such a long time, guided him along, grew up basically in Italy where his dad was coaching pro basketball. Clark, he was exposed to so much, but obviously from a very early age, he was very focused.
Well, Joe Jellybean Bryant, his dad, who played a long time in the NBA, 9+ years, and another 7 in Europe or so. So he's been around the game and he's grown up in what has been the family business for Kobe.
Pass to Clark, pulls up on the wing, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Clark's got his first points of the night.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on this thing that far from the hoop. I mean, he's rushing.
Getting a feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second three of the half.
Nash outside. Kicks it to Howard. Nash outside. Inside. Here's Clark. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Lakers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And that one falls for Clark. And so Clark nails both of them. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside Gordon. Lopez up top. Back to Gordon. Davis with a screen on Kobe. Gordon goes in. Right up. And Davis throws it down.
And not much resistance on that team.
Yeah, defensively, you're right. Not a great sequence.
Well, they lost track of him, and they paid the price. How about a look at some of the numbers for Robin Lopez? How the season's turning out for him. 12th in blocks. And there aren't too many guys more efficient offensively around the league. He's in the top 15 in field goal percentage.
You'll see something else that you pointed out was that his interior defense hasn't been too shabby at all. I mean, he's got some terrific block numbers.
And it's out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Why don't we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league? These are this season's steals leaders and small forward. You look at world peace, one of the league's best, third in steals.
And this set of guys can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. And that damage isn't just limited to one part of the court.
Yeah, you kicked that one right between the uprights, Steve. As small forwards, they're called on to cover a lot of distance at the defensive end. A lot of ground they need to cover. Those steals have come from everywhere.
Woo! Kick it out! Vasquez kicks to Aminu. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's Nash with the 3. And again, the Lakers no good. Vasquez passes to Aminu. Throws up the alley. Davis throws it down.
Now that's how you execute an alley-oop there, fellas.
And with an exclamation point, 2 on the finish, throwing it down hard.
What a terrific play on both ends.
Kobe attacking. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, they wanted to come out of this half a little better than this. Only 25% shooting so far.
Gordon dishes to Vasquez. World peace against Lopez. 6 to shoot. Here's Vasquez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
The defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Lopez. Anderson comes in for Davis. Thomas checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Rivers in for Eric.
Jamison.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Sacre, he's checked in for Howard. Jamison comes in for Earl Clark. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kobe. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Steve Nash. Roger Mason has checked in for New Orleans. The Hornets trail by 5.
Hey, back door.
Thomas sets a screen for Rivers. Thomas kicks to Anderson. From the arc, gets it to go. Anderson's got 9.
Anderson, the veteran, hybrid 4 out of Cal Berkeley. One of the best shooting 4-men we've ever seen in the game. Quick trigger from long range. He can really space the floor.
And he loves those corner threes. Some three-point shooters aren't volume scores, but he puts up a lot of points in that force play. Here's Blake. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
That ties up. Smith's got his second basket.
Wow, it's been a long battle. He's finally gotten the game even again.
Yeah, you wonder though, I mean, battling back like that sometimes can give you a mental edge, but other times maybe you use too much energy to get all the way back, so we'll see. Excellent execution of the plan there.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Rivers kicks to Smith. The dish now to Anderson for the lead. The Lakers with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. He feeds it to Meeks. Now the pass to James. Stolen by Mason. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. Just a thing of beauty.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense. Because now you can't account for everybody when the ball's moving so quickly.
And the basket by Blake.
3-pointers have been a huge problem for this defense.
Yeah, they've been a day late and $1 short. I mean, and it's costing them. You got to get there sooner.
Rivers passes to Mason. Thomas, Jamison covering. Anderson kicks to Rivers. The tray. No luck. Lakers leading by 3. World peace on the way. Passes it to Blake. Guarded by Mason. Blake dishes to world peace. Fires from deep. And it's out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Look at the Lakers. And, of course, there's the Hornets. 9 games back.
Oh, right now for the Hornets. They've really distinguished amongst the losing teams in the league. I mean, again, they'll be watching with the rest of us come playoff time. And the question has to be asked, what are they going to do to balance out that win column going forward? They need some work.
Well, you have to be careful with the quick fix. I know that. So often, the best teams are built through the draft, being sensible with their contracts. And you try to take shortcuts that can come back to bite you.
Jamison off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's been a struggle for him offensively tonight, and they'd love to have his production up there. Antoine Jamison is a player who can help any team in the league with his scoring. And as he gets later in his career, getting older, he's still chasing that elusive title. He's actually never made it past the second round of the playoffs.
And World Peace kicks to Sacco. There's the three. Nice shot by Jamison. Jamison's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense wasn't bad, but I think they've got to tighten up on it.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And then for the Lakers. Clark comes in for Meta World Peace. And it's Nash in for Steve Blake. And Jamison, a consummate professional. He's been on winning teams and some losing teams, but never one to complain either way.
For all of his special physical gifts and what he does on the basketball court, which is otherworldly, quite honestly, the thing that I marvel at is his demeanor and disposition, how he's handled the bright lights of stardom and fame and expectations and pressure. Really, since he was 15 or 16 years old, this guy has always carried himself much older than he is, and nobody's perfect, so we all stub our toes here and there, but I don't know anybody who can handle what he's handled any better than he has over the course of his NBA career. Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was swirling right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
The Hornets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
That free throw good from Gordon. Good on both. 24 seconds left to play in the third. And Meeks kicks it over to Nash. Nash left side. Shot clock at 6. Dishes to Jamison. Over Lopez. The baseline jam off the mark. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Lakers lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And now our sideline reporter Doris Burke has a report on our Sprite uncontainable game. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kev. It's the Lakers bench who had the uncontainable game today. When you can rely on that second unit for a contribution, it's a huge asset, and they've shown the ability to contribute in bunches off the bench, guys.
And Doris, they've definitely been aided by some tremendous production help from the bench.
Absolutely, Kevin. The reserves have made a huge contribution here tonight. Just as soon as they were called on, they haven't missed a beat. I'll tell you what, you can tell the coach was really counting on them to be a major part of the game plan.
Well, I don't know if they were supposed to be or expected to be this big a part of the plan, but it still worked out beautifully for them.
Taking a look at the Lakers. On the perimeter, it's Kobe Bryant and Meta
Come on, man. Defend him.
is out there with Howard. And it's Nash in at the point guard position.
And his skills go well beyond just his scoring ability. They really can run their entire offense through him.
The feed now to Anderson. The through ball. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got 5 assists in the game. And here's Kobe for 3. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Gordon off the pick from Davis. Nash comes with the double team. Here's Vasquez. And another 3 for New Orleans.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing them. I think they've got to find a way to chase them off the three-point line.
And there's the call on Howard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Hornets. Nash with some nice D.
That's one he knows he should have made.
He passes to Clark. And so he ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Hornets. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home.
Yeah, you know the fans out in L.A. really hoping for a win in that one.
Well, you knew that Dwight Howard had his days in Orlando numbered. That was clear. You just didn't know where he would end up. But his move to this team definitely was the big story of the offseason.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Ryan Anderson. Tries for the alley-oop. Rebounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Way too loose on that inbound pass.
Antoine Jameson's checked in for the Lakers. The Lakers trail.
Well, getting back to Howard again, I mean, anytime you have a chance to get probably the best center in the league, it's a huge deal, and I think you just go for it. You do whatever it takes to get him. I think this is a coup. I mean, Howard's had his problems. He had the back issue last year, all the controversy as he tried to get out of Orlando, but in the end, this guy is a monster, the best defensive player in the NBA, and really right in his prime.
Here's Gordon. Nice D by Kobe.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
World peace. Back to Kobe. Jameson with a screen on Gordon. Kobe passes to world peace. Back to Kobe.
Howard.
Lock at 6. That's the free fly. Aminu grabs the miss.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off. Get the defense all over.
Kobe lays it in without an inch of room around him. Kobe's got 24 points.
That's 3 or 4 from the field for him now, guys, and he's really been a big part of the scoring here in the fourth.
And the Hornets making a change here. Rivers checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Earl Clark's checked in for Antoine Jameson. The Hornets trail by 3. Here is Vasquez. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Rivers dishes to Davis. Vasquez kicks to Rivers. Over Nash. Rivers can't get it to go. Lakers lead by 3. Nash outside. World peace on the way. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
Here's Vasquez. Rivers kicks to Davis. Aminu. And world peace with the help. And it's Meta world peace with the foul. That's his first foul. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Rivers. Aminu, the pass to Vasquez. Lopez dishes to Vasquez. The shot is off, and the Lakers take it the other way. Nash outside. The 3. Eric Gordon with the rebound. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Aminu kicks to Davis. Kobe with the steal. Feeds it to Clark. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nash, and the Lakers take on 2 more.
Another turnover leading to a bucket.
They've made the most of all these chances they've gotten from turnovers. I mean, it's really fueling their offense right now.
Vasquez kicks to Gordon. He falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Back to world peace. Gives him the lead pass. Stolen by Gordon. Aminu dishes to Gordon. Good work defensively by Kobe.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
Howard.
They double team Kobe. Lopez over to help. Howard gets to one piece. And the three off target. The Hornets trail by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Jameson's checked in. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Monty Williams address his team. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin did it sink in.
Gordon, who's guarded by Howard, gets it to go. And that's now 19 points for Eric Gordon. Outside, Kobe. Jamison with the screen for Kobe. Jamison inside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contest right there.
Yeah, one thing about him is a terrific finisher at the rim. Don't let him get in close. He can trouble.
For some, it's very tough. For others, it's athleticism. One thing's for sure, though. When you can finish amidst the tall timber, that's the best, highest percentage shot in basketball.
No luck that time either. The Hornets trail by 4. Nino the pass to Vasquez. Outside Gordon. He kicks to Vasquez.
Come to me.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Tries again. Davis with the bucket.
He made that offensive rebound count. Nice job collecting his second chance points.
That one misses for Davis. Lakers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Outside, Kobe. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got 6 assists here tonight.
Starting to get it rolling, guys. That's 4 3-pointers for the game. 3 of them coming in this second half.
He dishes it to Davis. Brown's moving it around. Gordon dishes to Vasquez. Gordon kicks to Vasquez. Aminu the pass to Vasquez. Eric Gordon on the wing. Davis with a screen on Nash. Oh, that's blocked.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
And Kobe, here we go. Outside, Jamison. Back to Kobe.
Who's watching here?
Pass to Nash. Shoots. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. And it's a 7-point Laker lead.
Just cruising to the finish line.
Yeah, and barring something catastrophic happening, it looks like they'll go home with a nice victory here.
Outside, Gordon. Kicks to Vasquez. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks it. Oh, and then cuts the lead to just 5.
Only got a half step on his man, but that's all he needed when he ran off the pick. And as a result, able to finish the layup. That's nicely done.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And that ups their lead, so if they can continue to do that, get to the line, knock down their free throws, they should be in pretty good shape.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gordon kicks to Vasquez. Money! And that cuts the lead to just 5. So it's the Lakers now. They've held a 12-point lead early, and that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
That's going to do it. I don't think they have enough time here now.
This one's in the book. With one hand and making it look
Easy and fun. He just flies and making the deal of silly.
yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Gordon with it. The dish to Davis. Off from the wing.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence and safety inside.
And so the Lakers take the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it